Boom, boom, boom. What's up, everybody? Happy hump day. It is July 31st. The end of the month is here, and the FOMC meeting happened today. And wow, we'll get into that, see what Mr. Powell said. But as you can see, the markets are reacting just a little bit opposite of what I anticipated and what a lot of people anticipated after that announcement. But hey, we'll get into it. Make sure you guys get in the chat and get your little chitty chatties rolling. I want to know what you guys think. We'll get a poll in a little bit. We'll do all the fun stuff. I promise you. But I hope you guys had a great day. If you tuned in this morning to the breakfast show, you know that this was now the second day in a row that we gave $100 away in Gotti. And just so happens it's two ladies in a row, back to back. Twitter Picker is the one that's picking these winners, not I. So really cool to see that. Shout out to the hashtag Gotti Girls. That is a real thing. So now we just added, well, I think we might have just added one more person into that group. So make sure that you tune into the breakfast show every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern for your chance to win $100 in the Gotti token that is on the Solana ecosystem. So you're going to want to make sure that you get your Phantom wallet when the time comes, just in case you win. And I like to wish everybody good luck. But at the end of the day, there is only one winner, and I hope that it's you. All right. So that was the morning show. So remember, tune in for that. This is the afternoon show. We're going to be talking about something a little bit different here. We're going to be talking about some news and some numbers. Before we do that, reminder next. So 2 weeks, August 13th and the 14th, 2 weeks from now, we're going to be in Toronto at the Blockchain Futures Conference. Going to be running some media, having a good time. Got a whole bunch of the group from the Web3 Breakfast crew going to be there hanging out. We're going to be in numbers, hanging out as the crew. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Super excited to meet a bunch of my friends from this space for many, many, many years. But finally get the chance to do it IRL. So here we go, baby. So if you got a chance and you're thinking like, damn, I could probably get to Toronto on the 13th, 14th. Let me know. There is a promo code JChains that'll get you, I think, 25% off your ticket. But then also I've got to have a conversation with the conference organizers, because a few weeks ago we got a code for free tickets using pizza as the promo code. So I'm wondering if maybe this week or probably next week, maybe both, if we could do both Fridays, and we'll get a promo code for free tickets to the Futurist Conference. So if that's something you think you want to attend, that would be prime, is to get a free ticket. But I can at least get you 25% off right now using promo code JChains, or you can use promo code Web3 Breakfast. Either one of those will get you 25% off. So hopefully see y'all in Toronto. Again, we got a big group coming, and you will see us because we're making shirts. We're gonna be remember, crew shirts. All right. Let's look in the chat really quick here. Shout out to everybody here that is watching. Thank you so much, guys. If you are in the YouTube, go ahead and smash the like. Appreciate you. And if you're watching on X, let's look at the numbers here. Definitely a big bulk of the viewers coming in on X, as always. Appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and hit the heart, just like that. Boom. It's real easy. Doesn't do anything. You could actually use your thumb too. Let's see. If I was on Twitter right now. If I was tweeting on Twitter right now and I was like, oh wait, no, cool, this dude JChains got himself a video. What do we do here? Oh yeah, really, it's easy. Look at that. Oh, I did something wrong. Here, I'll just go. There you go. See? Yeah, I mean, all right. So I didn't make it look as easy as it should have been. You guys could probably look at the button while you're hitting it. I was trying to look at two things at once. So backfire. But that's how easy it is for you to like the video over on X. So I appreciate you guys doing that. Plus, I think that ultimately ends up showing more people the video. And then from there, we'll get more people coming to the breakfast group. And from there, we'll probably be able to give more things away, like more crypto and more money. So do what you got to do, like it away. All right, let's get into some business here. We did all of our house cleaning. We got through a brief little intro about what we've got going on today. We got the Blockchain Futures Conference information. That's good. Next week, I'm going to be in Michigan with the family at the lake house. So we're going to see how the afternoon stream goes. I hopefully will find myself a nice little spot to set up for the week, and then we'll be business as usual. But We'll address that next week when we get there. All right, that's it for house cleaning. Let's get to business. Today we had the Fed meeting. Jerome Powell spoke. As probably everybody listened, they are not changing the rates. They are not. They're not raising them. They're not dropping them. He said they're not going to comment on the next time. September, I believe, was the next one. He said they're not ready to comment on it yet. A lot of speculation that it's going to drop. That it kind of would have to, but we'll get to that point when we get to that point. Really, we got to think about now, leading up to September and what happens. I mean, ultimately, this should have been a very positive move for crypto, but as you guys saw, looking at the charts or whatever, things dumped. They had, there's a, I mean, when I say dump, they dropped, like $1,000 or something like that. It was like in the 66s, dropped down to the 65s. So nothing crazy, but still like expected. I think a lot of people were expecting positive action, and yeah, hey, I guess that's crypto, right? Like always expect the opposite of the expected. That's what you should do. So if we all expected it to rip, it was going to dip. I think we'll give the title belt to Jacob today. He's the one who called it and said he was skeptical of the pump. And I know I put in along, and a lot of other people put in along. So we'll see how this all goes. Shout out to everybody in the chat. 6 a.m. Doug, nice to see me hitting the bag again. I'll tell you what, I felt good today. Second time that I've hit the punching bag since my fight. Actually, it took a while to recover from that. But today was a much longer session than previous, and so it felt really good. I cannot wait, man. I've got the bug. I got the itch. I'm ready to get back into it and start crushing it. Let's go. So expect more of that. Let me get back in the gym. Shout out to everybody that is in the chat here on YouTube. I see you guys chatting away. Thank you so much. Love you. Boom. All right, let's go. Let's bring up. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that on my end here. Present, share screen. I found a different way to do this. I realized that I have been doing it wrong all along. All right, so let's go to, this is the screen we want to go to. Let's edit this. Let's make this a little bit bigger by doing it like this. Bear with me, guys. I obviously don't have the right screen configuration, but here it is. Now we got it squared away. All right. So now I figured out what I was doing wrong. As you guys know, sometimes I will be on a completely different page than what we're talking about when I'm sharing my screen. But now, now we've got it. There it is. See, we should have been showing this while we were talking about the Blockchain Futures Conference. But there it is, Blockchain Futures Conference, August 13th and 14th in Toronto, Canada. But now, look at this. Boom. As I click, so does the screen. You guys are never going to be left in the dark ever again. All right, here we go. Let's get back to the news that we're going to start with today. So the FOMC keeps the rates steady. And so I watched, this is where the video was. I was watching this live, listening to it while I was sitting here getting ready for the show, doing all that kind of stuff. But they did not lower the interest rates today, as we mentioned, but they did tee up the possibility of a September cut. Now, one of the things that I did hear in the post follow-up, he didn't address this at all in his statements, but the last question that was asked to him in the Q&A part was about the CBDC. And he said that right now it's not a major focus. He said that right now the Fed they are evaluating the ecosystem and they have no authority to introduce CBDCs at this time. So that was what he was said. That was the last question that was asked, and then immediately the broadcast terminated when he was done with that answer. So that is good, at least on face value. We'll take it on face value that there is no interest in the CBDC at this particular moment. So I thought that was interesting. Again, it was not part of anything that he mentioned, but it was definitely, unless it was something that he said while I ran out of my office for, I think maybe a minute or two or whatever. But I caught everything else, and that was, the question about the CBDC was brought up afterwards. So let's see. After the decision, Fed Jerome Powell said a reduction in our policy rate could be on the table as soon as the next meeting in September. That said, he stressed the Federal Open Market Committee has made no decisions, though, and he was very clear about that. And that's all we got here for this particular article. I saw that camera. Saw that. Dude, everything's kind of glitchy today. I don't know what the deal is. The internet was all fucked up. I had to actually find the 50-foot internet cord and come plug my computer in. The internet was glitchy. I feel like the camera's a little glitchy. I don't know. Maybe I got a bug, one of those tech bugs. It might be the aliens. They might be coming to get me. In much more exciting news, my fellow sneakerheads, check this out. Donald Trump. What is this? Get rid of that. Oh, we hit the. No, I don't want that. I want this. Here we go. Donald Trump's latest crypto play, $500 Bitcoin sneakers. Look at those babies. They are orange. I have a pair of orange Nike Air Force Ones, and it's so funny. I was walking into the conference day one of the actual conference. So this was industry day for us, right? So we were there day one for us. And I was walking into the conference and I saw, the Bitcoin sign and all that stuff. And I tell you what, I got so mad at myself because I got a pair of bright orange Air Force Ones and I got, they say chains like J chains stitched into the heels. Oh man, and those are my Bitcoin conference shoes, and I'd completely left them at home, not even realizing it. I just keep them in a box up in the closet. Forgot all about them. And when I walked in, I saw some dude in like orange. I said, remember, I saw the Bitcoin thing, yada yada yada, and then I see some dude walking in orange shoes, and I was like, motherfucker, I forgot my orange Nikes, my orange Air Force Ones. But these look pretty cool. If that's something you're into, I'm sure they would be a collector's item. And I wonder if they come with an NFT as well, seeing as how he's into that. But a company owned by Donald Trump is selling a limited run of $500 sneakers, naming the former president and current Republican nominee the crypto president as he continues his outreach to crypto fans. Just 1,000 pairs of the Bitcoin orange high tops are being sold by CSE Ventures LLC. Says that they have nothing to do with the former president's political campaign. Another 4,000 pairs are being sold in luxurious black and cost $299. Oh, CSE Ventures is listed as being owned fully by Trump on his 2023 financial disclosure. Here we go. Here's a quote. These exclusive sneakers celebrate the future of finance and the leadership of President Trump, boldly emblazoned both a prominent Bitcoin symbol. The sneakers description says, perfect for crypto enthusiasts and Trump supporters alike. These limited edition shoes are a must-have. Interesting. And then it goes on to talk about, obviously, he was still there in Nashville, yada, yada, yada. The Bitcoin here. This was one of the quotes. This is the steel industry of 100 years ago, he said. It's a major turnaround from his beliefs just a few years ago when we called Bitcoin a scam against the US dollar and said crypto is a disaster waiting to happen. Well, we all know that it's not a disaster waiting to happen. These shoes, however, if you wear them out, that could be a disaster waiting to happen because you never know. People don't really care about other people's sneakers. And when they close talk and they step on your shoes and you say, hey, bro, you just stepped on my shoes. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. But they're not really worried about what they just did. So don't wear these out in public if you get them. These would be great on like the shelf in the backdrop. That's probably what I would do. Probably. All right. Here we go. Next article that we're going to look up here. So this one I did. So I was searching Ethereum. I wanted to not take up too much stuff on my computer. So I was searching Ethereum, what we could look at. Here's the first article. I got two. This BlackRock one. BlackRock's Ethereum ETF inflow surpasses its Bitcoin ETF inflow. So ETH moving on up. Here we go. The records show 74.9 million inflow, surpassing the 20 billion mark. That's really interesting for BlackRock's IBIT. Farside data shows that yesterday, July 30th, today's July 31st. Remember, it's the end of the month here. Bitcoin exchange traded funds experienced an $18.3 million inflow, marking the first outflow since July 23. Outflows occurred across three of the four largest ETF issuers. And despite these fluctuations, total ETF inflows amounted to 17.7 billion. A lot of money still. A lot of money. Nah, we don't want this. Get out of here. I thought this would have more information on it. That was just a fun little quick take. This was one that I like to see. I'm always searching to see if we got any Ondo news. And here we go. Yield-bearing treasury-backed stablecoin USDY, as you know, that's launched by Ondo Finance, launches on Aptos. Stablecoin issuers are becoming some of the largest buyers of U.S. government debt at the time of increased de-dollarization. The Aptos Foundation, which fosters development on the Aptos decentralized network, announced the launch of Ondo Finance's yield-bearing stablecoin Ondo US Dollar Yield, USDY, on the Aptos blockchain. According to the Aptos Foundation, USDY, an instrument backed by the United States Treasuries, will be available for non-U.S. residents using the Aptos blockchain. The digital asset has not yet been registered under the Securities Act in the U.S., which I assume it will be at some point very soon here. In the announcement, the Aptos Foundation noted that the benefits of stablecoins in serving underserved communities and democratizing finance. Anything else down here we got to take a look at? This chart highlights the increased demand for tokenized treasury bills. As we know, guys, this is like the tokenization of these kind of things. This is just going to go freaking wild. The demand is just going to keep going up and up and up and up. And you got to think, remember, the whole RWA ecosystem. The early projected numbers, and I feel like most of these have been said that they've been conservative, right? Is a $16 trillion ecosystem by 2030. That's in 6 years. So a $16 trillion. Did I just mess that up? I think I just messed it up. I just messed the number up. And now I can't even think about it. But it's in 6 years. It's crazy. By 2030. Got to get in. Got to get on them RWAs, baby. The potential for stablecoins to benefit the U.S. dollar have even attracted the attention of former U.S. lawmaker Paul Ryan. The former Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives highlighted the role dollar-pegged stablecoins could play in creating demand for the dollar. A $3 billion market opportunity by the end of 2024. I mean, it's literally just going to freaking explode. Get on board. BlackRock's Biddle and Ondos Finance USDY account for most of the growth in tokenized treasury bill funds. Here, let's look at this chart. What does this show as supply? Now we got to remember the supply of Ondo Finance. I don't know if this is what they're talking about when they say the supply here particularly. No, probably not. But the market share, a chart showcasing USDY and Biddle's market share of tokenized treasury products, source blue chip. Very interesting. We are going to be freaking going crazy with Ondo later in this run, guys. You know that. With all the partnerships that they are putting together, and I think stuff like this, you're going to keep seeing Ondo in the news. I'm going to keep talking about it. I've got a video. I got a whole video planned for you guys, and I just keep kind of moving past it to do other things around here. But I will do this thing very soon, probably in the next day or two, so that I can get it edited and everything while I'm in Michigan, and then get that thing posted up next week. So get ready for that. I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm so bullish on Ondo, and I will do that in a video very soon. So be on the lookout for that. Another article. This was interesting because I feel like they already did this with the Tezos blockchain. But the California DMV puts 42 million card titles on the blockchain to fight fraud. So I had already thought that they were using Tezos to put the card titles on the blockchain, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's take a look at this here. Maybe it'll talk more about it. So California's DMV has digitized 42 million card titles using blockchain technology in a bid to detect fraud and smoothen the title transfer process, the agency technology partners exclusively told Reuters on Tuesday. The project, in collaboration with a tech company called Oxhead Alpha on Avalanche Blockchain, will allow California's move more than 39 million residents to claim their vehicle titles through a mobile app, the first such move in the United States. Digitizing car titles will reduce the need for in-person DMV visits, and blockchain tech also function as a deterrent against lien fraud. Interesting. So the first step was creating the 42 million titles associated as a token on the Avalanche blockchain. That's what the state of California DMV has already done. And now what they're doing is creating a wallet where you can download on your phone, said John Wu, the president of Ava Labs. California residents will be able to access their digital card titles starting early next year as the DMV builds out the app and infrastructure for consumer access. That's pretty cool. I assume that if that goes well, we're going to see more and more of that on, on a state-by-state case, right? That's very cool. I like to see that. That to me is using blockchain without having to really know about it or care about it, right? Like, okay, so you live in California, you get your app, boom, it's there. Like, it's not like, you don't have to learn unless you have to do the seed phrase and the yada yadas, which I probably doubt that you do. It's probably just an app and maybe just an easy login process, and it is right there for you. But that is something that, again, our industry needs. Like, we need more and more parts of our ecosystem going to where we can actually use the technology of blockchain, not just speculate on the coins. Somebody had commented that on one of the videos on one of the streams the other day, and I totally agreed with it, right? Like, I firmly believe that. That's one of the reasons, like, one of the very small reasons why I like Karate Combat is because it is that. It is actually using the technology in a way that you're still having fun, right? It's not like, how much hash rate do I have to deal with, or 1.21 gigawatts? Like, no, it's not that. You're playing with an app, you're voting for fighters. It's again, you're utilizing the technology without having to have it in your face. And when we talk about mass adoption for the people, the retail level, right? The people, it has to be, because it's not a number. It's not like, oh, there's 500 trillion there's 500 million wallets. Like, we did it, boys. No, it's when we're using the tech without realizing. And I've said that before. You guys have heard me say that. And that's the whole point of now finding ways to, bring people into our ecosystem that can participate without having to be told or having to learn all about crypto and all about the blockchain technology and the distributed ledger technology and all that stuff. That when we start talking about it to people in the space, their eyes glaze over and they're like, all right, I'm done. This is the kind of opportunity that we need, more and more of things like this. We're watching a cool little video here. What is this? The Fed is buying up all the debt. Thank you, Patriot Caveman. I buy it up, probably with our Bitcoin. How's that baby doing? 64.7, still dropping. I wonder where we're going to go. Where's she going to go? All right. I believe that's actually all of the news articles we had. We had the Fed stuff. We had the Trump shoes. Oh, there was another ETH article. That's what it was. And it was this one right here, eToro. eToro introducing staking for Solana and Ethereum. Users can now earn between 45% and 90% of the staking yield, depending on their eToro Club tier and the conditions of the staked assets. Really interesting to see that eToro participating in staking. They initially included Cardano and Tron. Now, with the introduction of Solana and Ethereum, users have expanded choices for earning rewards through staking. And if you don't know what staking is, search for it. That's how you earn free crypto most times. You can also lose all of your crypto by doing it. Here we go. Here we go. Potential benefits and risks of staking. Let's see what this says. Let's just talk about what we were talking about. Staking offers potential rewards, but also involves risks. eToro will retain a share of the staking yield to cover operational and compliance expenses. Users can earn between 45 and 90% of the staking yield, depending on their eToro Club tier and conditions of their staked assets. So they are either going to take 55% or 10%, it seems. Staking carries risks such as reduced liquidity of assets and potential value fluctuations during the staking period. Yes, that is very true. That happened to me once before. I believe that was with Chainlink on their on the crypto.com DeFi app that I don't think it was Chainlink. It was something else where I had it staked and like the price had gone up and I was so excited. And then while it was staked, the price completely just tanked. And this was back in the day where I don't think that you could unstake. I don't think there was even for penalty. I don't think you could unstake. You just had to let it ride. So that's another thing that you got to deal with staking, is like sometimes you might get trapped into a position that, if you could get out and tether, you could preserve. But if you got that thing staked, man, you're in it to win it. And sometimes that's no bueno. Sometimes that is no bueno. All right, let's get to the numbers here in just a few minutes, guys. Thank you so much for joining the J Chain's Crypto Show. I certainly appreciate it. If you could do me a quick solid, if you're watching on YouTube, smash the like. If you're watching on X, use that thumb. I showed you earlier. It's not that hard. You just go like, boop, and look, that heart turns red, and then that means you like it, and that would be fantastic, right? That would be huge. For that post to just start getting a number of likes. That would help the video. That would do a lot of things. All right, here we go. This is the one you missed. Okay, cool. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate you dropping those dropping those into there. Let's look at coin market cap. First thing we like to look at, as you guys know, every day when we start our little numbers section is the fear and greed index. Yesterday we were at 62. Today we are at 60. So we are down just a little bit more. The all-time fear. Let's do the last week. As you can see, kind of chill over the last week. But on the monthly, you can see there's been a little bit of fluctuation. The yearly, whew, baby, we have gone from neutral to fear to extreme greed back to almost neutral. So I have a feeling if the markets keep cooling down, if that number keep going down, that we are going to see the fear and greed index continue to chill out. And remember, please remember, there is only one true proven way to earn good returns in crypto, and that's to buy when people are fearful and sell when they're greedy. So if you start to see that thing dip down into fear, remember what I just told you. All right, so back to coin market cap right here. Let's go to the top. We've got a $2.34 trillion market cap. Not really doing much, down almost 0.75%. Nothing crazy. You got the ETH dominance and Bitcoin, I think, pretty much leveled off. I think it was like 55 and 17 yesterday. So a little bit of fluctuation, not too much different. Bitcoin, like we just talked about, coming in at 64,825 on the move down, currently down almost 1.5% in the last hour, about a little under 2% in the last day. Same thing with the last 7 days. So really not doing a whole lot. You got Ethereum at 3,200. You got BNB at 578, and then you got Solana 175. Kind of chilled out a little bit in the last week as well, much like Bitcoin. XRP 63 cents. Come on, baby, pump. You want to see that? Pump. XRP fans, better than the Cardano fans. We're going to talk about that in a second. I had somebody leave a comment on a post, and he was pumping up Cardano's $223 million in TVL. Woohoo! That is not shit, by the way. And I've got a thing that we can take a look at in a second. I just figured I wanted to bring some ammo to that. And so let's see. You got, let's look at the winners for a sec. Beam, baby. Can't wait for that thing to be back up over 4 cents. Come on, Beam. You can do it. Anything else? You got Aave, Caspa, ICP. Anything in the last 7 days? Aave, Book of Memes. All right, let's look at our losers in the last 24 hours that we potentially Jasmy, Dog Whiff. You got Phantom, Boom. Those are the losers in the last 24 hours that I would take a look at. Render, definitely. All within a 5% and greater, down today in the red. Down. Let's look at the week. Any losers on the week that we like? Popcat. I've faded Popcat. I'm not in it, not about it. That's what happens sometimes. You got Dog Whiff down 16.25% this week, excuse me. Celestia, Render, both down pretty good. What's down double digits also that we might take a buy on? Might take a buy. That's about it, really. None of those really I want to add positions to right now. Maybe, again, Dog Whiff, but I've got some other Solana ecosystem coins that I am much more interested in putting more money into, like Gotti. Guys, remember, if you are tuning into the morning show for the next couple weeks, we're going to be giving away $100 in the Gotti token every day live on the show. So you're going to want to tune in. You're going to want to also be paying attention. It might as well just set the bell, right? That might make it easy because in the morning, at least 1 hour before the show starts, so everybody's got at least 2 hours to get their retweets in. I don't know, we pick at 10 a.m. That's 7 a.m. on the West Coast. If you're not up at 7 a.m. on the West Coast, I'm sorry. I guess that just means that you don't, or maybe just wake up, set an alarm, do the repost, and then go back to bed. That's cool with me. I don't care. Works for me. Yep. Someone said to say giveaway. I'm telling you, you're going to want to tune into the morning show, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, Web3 Breakfast. Let's go. Carrie, you just heard me lose my voice for a second there. I like your voice. Make sure you guys Make sure you tune in and give everybody that's ever on the stage a follow. That's the crew right there. Hey, Karen, we'll see you in the morning for sure. Look forward to it. All right. Were there anything else we wanted to look at here on CoinMarketCap before we move on to this right here? So I had someone say, and I forget. I should probably look and see if I can find what the response was. Even replies. Where did I put that? Yes. So it was. Oh, here we go. Yeah, let's just show this. So this was the post. Altcoin Daily said the mainstream media when I try to explain why Cardano has value. So I said, explain why it has value. I'll wait. And they said, I wasn't expecting this follow-up. I love these guys. They're friends of mine. That's not what I'm talking about. It's wow, where does the response come from, that guy? This guy. So he responds to me with this Cardano total value locked 233 million. And I said, here are some other numbers to look at because 233 million in TVL is laughable, right? I think that we would all agree. $233 million for Cardano TVL, absolutely laughable. Let's look at this chart. What else do we have? When you're talking 233 million, as opposed to, let's just use Ethereum, right? $58 billion TVL. Okay, Tron, $8.3 billion TVL. Let's see I mean, for fuck's sake, you've got more TVL on Pulse Chain than you have on Cardano. I think the discussion is over, right? So that's what that was something that I had to say back was just, hey, Cardano fans, we love you guys. I love the ADA gang. The ADA gang, those are my homies, man. ADA gang are my homies. I was part of the ADA gang. I never claimed affiliation to the Cardano community. I thought it was offensive that they took offense to the ADA gang. That's really weird. Like, you would want your nickname to be cool, but that's just not the case. And so it is what it is. I still respect a lot of the people that are in the Cardano community. Again, I don't respect the name, the ADA gang. Well, if you're in the ADA gang, I respect you. But I mean, I'm talking like you got builders and people and friends of mine, and I'm not just shitting on that. It's more the whole joke about Cardano, right? Like I joke about a lot of blockchains all the time, and Cardano people took more offense than the Hex people did. Although the Hex people and the Pulse people are like, they're very quick to just lose their shit only because they get ripped on so much that they are very defensive, right? Now you're starting to see the Cardano people starting to do the same thing because they're starting to get shit on a lot more. But you see stuff like that. Like, there's a fraction of the people, a fraction of the TVL on Cardano there is to other blockchains. I mean, these are some numbers that we have to look at and understand, like, you know, where is this headed? Where is this going? We know that there's no rush to market for anything for Cardano. So long-term play 2028 and beyond, sure, take a look at it. I will revisit. But for now, I'm just going to hold my NFTs of some games that some friends of mine are building in the space. You got the Cornucopias game, and I've got several other collections of NFTs of people that were made for me, given to me, things that I bought, participation throughout my journey in what Web3 is that I will never sell. But as far as the coins go, I don't hold a single ADA coin. To me right now is not the time. You can get far better returns on many other things, including meme coins, than Cardano right now. And I think if you even look at their meme coin ecosystem, what was it? It's the pig one, I think. And it's so unmemorable. And I think it's a falling knife. I think it's dying. I'm not sure if it's a total rug or if it's just an interest rug. whatever. And you know that there's a difference between like a dev pulling the money and founders running and just the interest evaporating, and that the dinosaur tailing over time. I mean, that's an interest rug. That's what I call interest rug. I don't know what anybody else calls them, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm not, I don't want to apologize. I just want you guys to know there are better options out there for you, but I still love you. I still love you. Like I would rather, if I had ADA, I would swap it to XRP. That's what I would do. I wouldn't be hanging on to ADA any longer. And I know it's an emotional attachment for most people, but at some point it's time to just move on. And that's what I would do if I was still in it. But I moved on a long time ago. That pullback, sheesh. Jacob, you I don't know if you were in the beginning of the show, but that is one thing that I talked about when we started the show, and I was talking about the markets and Jerome and the meeting and the interest rates and all that stuff. I did say there was one person who said, pay no attention, even though we were all super mega bulls. He said, pay no attention to that. Look at the chart. And you were absolutely right, my brother. You were absolutely right. So shout out to you. You won the trophy for the day. You get your flowers or whatever they do, a round of applause. So, all right. What was next? What was next? I think that was the, oh, here we go. I wanted to take a look at this. Looks like the stream. It looks like the stream went down for a second over on X, but it looks like it's back up now. So I'm telling you, man, the internet's freaky here. So if you guys could go ahead while you still got me, in case anything happens, make sure that you smash the like button. Make sure that you hit the heart. Do all that stuff. We got to get like, I don't know, like 100 likes between, I mean, there's like 200 people watching, between the YouTube and the X, there's gotta be 200 likes or 100, at least 100. Come on, let's make it happen. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's look at this. This is the, let's see, I like looking at the symbol here, and I want to take this out to the week because this is something that I fully expect. And while we have seen a dump, there's really no rhyme or reason. This isn't a leverage flush. There's not a whole lot. At 63.3, you got 724 million. But if you look up here, you got $1.28 billion at 70,400. So it starts to get pretty heavy when you get into the 70,000 range. And so you've got, you know, several $1 billion worth of Bitcoin ready to get liquidated up in the $70,000 range. And so something to be looking at is to see a tear. You know, like I don't remember there being any yellow lines down here. So this was not a leverage flush when I started looking at this today, right? All of the leverage is set up here. This is where the liquidation is up here. So remember, the brighter yellow it gets, the more liquidation leverage you've got sitting up there. So this is a great site, guys. So if you don't know about CoinGlass, I would definitely check this out for the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. There's a couple other coins you can look at, but Bitcoin, the thing is like everything moves because of Bitcoin. So, you know, that's the king chart to always be looking at, right? Here, if we do the same thing, we've got the symbol. We have got the 1 week Ethereum. We have got $59 million is the biggest one, up at 3408. Down here, you've got a little bit, right? You got a couple million at the 3206. You got about 47 million at 3182. So this is just a great site for you to kind of gauge and see where the big money's at, because then you have a general idea of where the market's going to move, especially if it is a liquidation flush, right? Going back to that Bitcoin, I think, you know, it is I have looked at this enough to know that at some point it is going to go try to touch some of that. It's going to go try to take some of that money, because that's a lot of money and it's a quick move up there. We've seen it. It's Bitcoin and it's a bull run, and this could just be scaring people out to get rid of their longs and get out of their positions. Again, there's really not a whole lot that we see. I mean, you're going to have close to $1 billion at the 63. Yeah, you're going to have over $1 billion. You're going to have, you know, probably 2-3 billion, but you know, most of the people will get out of these positions by the time that gets there. Most people, you'll see, like right here, like this one, you saw this was a leverage flush down here, because you had well over $1 billion in this range right here, and this thing came down here and just yoink, cleaned it up. That's why I would expect it to go up and to clear up the 70K range at some point. But that's potentially on its just way back up, up and up. So, all right, that would be. Carrie says this might be the best thumbnail ever. I forget what it looks like. Let me open up Canva. This morning had Jerome Powell. I could have put Jerome on today, but I didn't. Oh yeah, it just got me scared looking at the Bulls and the Bears because this morning, man, we were all smoking opium this morning. I will tell you what, all very, very bullish, feeling extremely bullish that we knew what was going to happen. They were not going to raise the interest rates, and that was going to be a-okay for us. Let's keep moving on, man. Coin go up, orange go up. It's time to the fear and uncertainty is gone. It's time to move on. But that did not happen. The opposite happened. And again, Jacob, my guy, Jacob, you got the award today, my dude. Good job. All right. Let's go to the movies. This is the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin, the perpetual futures. So this is the chart that I look at the most is the Bitcoin one, and I bounce between the 48, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily. And right now, my opinion is we're just in a holding pattern. But what I want to do is see if I can replicate something that I made on FEMX. And so if you look at this, if you just tighten this up a little bit, right? Let's just get rid of all this old shit. These lines are just so old. But if we look at, it was like here, right? I think we had a little bit of a, we're going to call it here. What happened? Why didn't that go? So so that's like the top of our range, right? And so we're dating this all the way back to March. And so we're going to we'll tighten it up here is where we're going to tighten this up to. And this is still the beginning of March. So we'll tighten this right here. And obviously, again, we've had a little bit of up, a little bit of down, but for the most part, this has been the range that we've been in since March, right? And it's a little flat, so it doesn't look as scary. If we were to stretch it out, that looks a little bit, like there's been some more peaks and valleys. But for the sake of just looking at this, and again, you've got a little bit of activity over it, a little bit of activity under it. For again, this is not science. This is just kind of a generalization of where we've been since March. Right. And so it is with going to what Jacob had said. And this is why getting into a long today probably was not the best idea. But, it is what it is. We're still bulls, right? We're still bullish on what's going to happen in crypto. So that being said, thinking of this as our range, we still have the possibility of coming down, into the 60K range, whether it's even coming down to the high 50s or staying above 60, whatever. I just using this as like a gauge of this has kind of been where, this is really where we've been since, again, March. So that's several months. This is a pretty good indicator of, we really haven't done a whole lot. This has been this is like a $12,000 range in a bull run, which we're considered. This is our accumulation zone. At some point, the accumulation zone is going to end at some point. And I think we're waiting for a breakout to this. And, we start to see positive signs. We start to see the conversations change. We start to see the sentiment change. And these are all indicators that's coming. But we are going to continue to see, even if it's just this range, we're going to see drops. But eventually, we will all be going to Valhalla, all to the moon, if you will. Getting ready to print a 4-hour hidden bull diverge. We may close the month with a doji. We never know. What time frame are we on here? We're on the daily. Let's take a look at the monthly. And this is another thing. Look at this. Wow. So that was the range that we just made on a daily. This has been, look at that. It has just literally been a, is this pinching down? Like if we go like this, to here, let's bring it to this level. And then let's do another one from this. There we go. That's the Jamaican flag. I don't know if you guys know this, but right now we are making the Jamaican flag pattern. And that it means it's time to get irie. That means we are going to have a solid bull run, and we're all going to have boats and beaches and an amazing time. I don't know what that means. I don't know why I drew an X there. But I thought that was making like almost like it was squeezing down, which potentially it could be, right? We'll see what this candle does that it's on, but it could also just be falling down here, and then we'll see where we have some support. Thank you, Jacob. I tried. That's I tried to encourage Corey to create the chart and then to shoot the video, and then this way we can start to have some laughs again, because he's really good at that. So I'm hopefully he will say that I did that terribly, and so he will take the reins, and so we maybe even can submit that Corey's charting into the afternoon show somehow. So that's what I'm hopeful for. So we're all going to Jamaica according to this chart. That's what that means. So pack your bags. We're not going to the moon this time. We're going somewhere better. We're going to the beach, baby. Right near the beach, boy. I'm an island boy. All right, let's look at Dex Screener, because Dex Screener is, let's close these other tabs just so we don't open anything wrong. Dex Screener is where we get all of, oh no, I just closed it by mistake. We can just do it. Verifying that I'm a human. Yes. Guys, shout out to us. We just were verified a human. This is not even what I want. I want Dex Tools. All right, let's go to our favorites. As you know, we got these things locked and loaded, ready to roll, and then we'll take some contract addresses in just a few minutes here. One of my favorites, you know that, Pussy Monster, $2 million market cap, 2.09 on its way back up. Been telling you, this is the one that you gotta take a look at if you haven't already. I know the name might scare you. You may be a little sheepish about it, but they're just cartoon characters. They're just cats. I don't even like cats. I'm allergic. But I know these people. I know what they're doing. They're working hard behind the scenes, and they are trying to bring something to market. And what they've done a really good job of eliminating, we talked about the exposure, right? Like the coins that are given away when the launch happens. A lot of those coins at this point have been sold. So you've got the the diamond hands at this point. You've got the true believers, and you're starting to see this chart. This is a daily chart, right? This isn't a short time zone. This is a daily chart. So there is some pretty good price fluctuations, but it's alive. The community's alive. They do a lot of giveaways. They do a lot of spaces. They do a lot. They're very active, and that's what you need in these culture coins or these meme coins, right? And so these guys are crushing it, man. Super excited to see this thing back up over a $2 million market cap. At one point, it was over a $3 million market cap. I think it was mid-July, right? When was this? The 19th of July. Is when it hit the 20th of July, when it hit a $3 million market cap. So on its way back, and honestly, this thing's about ready to do a quarter of the supply, 25% of the total supply. All of it is in circulation. 25% of it, they're getting ready to do a burn. Last time they did a video to promote this, I think that wallet was like $700 and something thousand. Literally getting ready to burn that shit for the community, so that there is probably going to be a decent supply shock. So and I know that they've got a marketing campaign getting ready to start when the time is right. So the time is like now to take a look at this project. And if you got any questions, you can always reach out to me. Again, I know the founder, Justin Gilmore. He is also the founder of the BTM, the Bitcoin ATM machines. He's got a regular ATM business in the Web 2 world. I've met him. I've been to his shop. He's been to our shop. He is a fucking fucking guy. This guy knows what he's doing. I would definitely check that out. Plus, you got Spaceman, who's in charge of like a lot of their marketing stuff. He's doing all the shows and spaces and all that stuff. And everybody, you guys, if you're a fan of the morning show, you know who he is, Alpha Logic HQ Spaceman. So he's doing a great job spreading the word, being the ambassador. But we're gonna do a lot more with them very soon here. I've been teasing this giveaway I've got somewhere in my office. I started moving some stuff around, but I got like some backpacks and some merch and some shirts and stuff. And so we will definitely be doing a giveaway soon. And that is only going to go to a holder. So I would get in now while it's still cheaper. Watch the chart. Obviously, I'm not telling you to buy anything. Just watch the chart, find your right opportunity, get in. And then we're going to be doing a giveaway. And it's going to be reward holders of the token. Let me take a little sip ski. Anytime I take a sip, that's like that's the cue to smash the like if you've not done so already. And I can see how many there are. And we've got to do a lot more like smashing. So if you guys are watching on X, because I know the YouTube watchers, I know those people. And they've all done it. And just about everybody that's in there has hit the heart, has liked the video on YouTube. So it's you X guys and X gals. It's time to hit the like. So go ahead and do that over on the X. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. So that was the Pussy Monster. The next one, Brett Gold, my guys. You got Keith and Doodlegenics. They are bringing this thing. This was a CTO. They are bringing it back to life. Got a chance to hang out with a lot of the whales in the community of Brett Gold in, where the heck was I just at? Oh my God, Nashville at the Karate Combat fight. Boom, Karate Combat. If you haven't been to a Karate Combat event, man, I'll tell you what, if there's an opportunity for you to go to any Karate Combat, go. It's amazing. And if I'm there, we're going to have a good time because that place is amazing. The organization, the people, the experience, the view, all of it. Except for when you got the Secret Service there. That was kind of a buzzkill. They made us throw our daughter's water bottle away. But I get it. It was a Yeti, stainless steel. They said it was too hard of an object, that if it was thrown, it could hurt somebody. But I did try to say, like, bro, like, I'm not going to throw my daughter's water bottle. But ultimately, it's not always about me either. Like, somebody could grab it and throw it. So I get it. So we let it go. We're going to have to get her a new one. And I'm going to have to go back to the climbing gym from the first sticker we put on there when she was a baby. And we're going to have to go get a new climbing sticker because that was cool. Guys, take your daughters to go climb when they're young. She's an amazing climber now. All right. Squid Grow, my guys and gals. This one's going to do some stuff. Obviously, it's on a little bit of a retracement. Again, these do not have dinosaur tail charts, right? These are projects that have active communities. They are part of the ecosystem. It's on BNB and ETH. They got Silent Swap coming out. You're going to want to pay attention to what they're doing there. This could be a prime opportunity if this is just a little dipski. This is the day chart too. I mean, look at this thing. Yeah, it's going down, but it still has ups, and they are bringing products to market. So something to take a look at. Brett, y'all know this is my favorite meme coin on base. I think this is going to be the one. I am locked and loaded on this one. Could probably do a little bit more damage, probably add to the bag a little bit more, but we'll wait and see if anything comes out, anything gets hot over there, over on the base ecosystem. If you guys know of anything that's hot and trotting on the base ecosystem, let me know, right? Sometimes we'll be like, all right, send me a contract address so I can look at it and be like, this motherfucker's already ripped, dog. You got to get me in before it rips. Let me know. Let me know. I'm trying to get them X's. Boom, here we go. This is one. As you guys know, I was talking about, we're doing the $100 of Gotti giveaway every single day on the morning show. So right now, you're getting more than a tenth of Gotti because it's under $1,000. This thing ripped up over $4,000 recently. I believe this, much like the Pussy Monster, when I told you the exposure rate where you get a lot of free coins, I believe this is going through that right now. I think this is part of the growth of the Gotti ecosystem, is going through the exchange of hands from the true believer, or from the diamond hand, from the paper hands to the diamond hands. Now, if you rode through 4K and you're letting go now at 876, I feel bad for you. Like, markets are cyclical, things come back. This is M Kid's on our show every single day. Like, this isn't like a dead project. He's here. They're working. They're doing stuff in the background. Things are active. Things are moving. This is another one. Like, I know that the price tag is high, 814 a pop. Again, you don't have to buy a whole one. Like, it's probably a wise thing to do, especially if this thing does rip back up to 4K. But the whole idea, this is the store of wealth on the Solana ecosystem is kind of how we're talking about it. So definitely check it out. Do your own research on every single one of these. None of these picks that we looked at today on Deck Screener are anything that I'm saying that you need to buy. They are suggestions for you to go do your own research, and if it fits your risk profile, then you know what to do. All right. I need to get over to the YouTube because for whatever reason, that is the only place that I can get into to copy paste these contract addresses. So let me go over here. Yeah, Brian Blocky, or Bonehead. I know, man. I do not want to be an island boy. I know I sang that. No, those guys are fucking weird. No, that's weird. I don't see those contract addresses in the chat anymore. When I go to YouTube. That's interesting. If you want to drop another one, I'm in there now. I can scoop them, and then you can delete them if you want. If that's what happened. I don't see any when I scroll the chat, though. Corey said I have a booger. I don't know if I do. I might have a nose hair. I feel like I had a nose hair. But I don't think my camera's good enough to tell. Did I get it, Corey? You just made me pick my nose on a live show. Thanks, buddy. I love you. I did that for you. That was his birthday yesterday, guys. If you are watching over on X, let's see. He did not leave a thing. You know what I can do? He said he's just messing with me. I'm gonna say harass Corey, and then you guys in the live chat, go ahead and give him a follow and make sure that you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Not going to tell you what to do there, but you know what to do. All right. Well, I don't have any contract addresses coming in there, so we can get to it again tomorrow if that works for you guys. I think it's a perfect time to head on out. Appreciate every single one of you watching today. Every single one of you. Thank you. Whether you were on X or YouTube, it doesn't matter. I appreciate you the same. Thank you so much. Just make sure that you hit the heart or smash the like on your way out. That's how the reciprocation goes. So I appreciate that. Make sure you tune in at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning for Web3 Breakfast. I will put out a tweet at least an hour before the show that's got the information that you need to make sure that you can be qualified to win the $100 in Gotti that will get away at the end of the show. So be on the lookout for that. Maybe even put it out tonight. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I hope that you have a great night. Have yourself a wonderful night. Like I say in the morning show, do something to make yourself 1% better today than you were yesterday. And tomorrow, that frown might turn upside down. Have yourself a great evening, guys. And I will see you in the morning. Ciao for now, babies.